Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're back, shutties! Oh my god. It's weird. It's weird being back. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm on like FaceTime with someone. Except they went to the restroom, so they're muted. So I'm just talking by myself. Okay, yeah, that's where okay. We're officially back. After what? Since January? Yeah, I think since January. So February, March, April, May. It's been 4 months since I last vlogged and posted because I was busy with school. You know, the spring semester was dragging me. It was dragging me. I couldn't take it anymore. So when finals came around, I locked in as much as I could, and yes, but we're over now. It's done. It's done. First year done. Going into sophomore year in a couple months, but feels good to be back. I am. It's been like about a week and a half since I got out of. I think it's been a week and a half since I got out of class, since finished finals and stuff. But I needed time to recuperate from the strain that college does to a person. But I'm back now. Hope y'all miss me. Sorry if I'm talking a lot with my hands, but like, I had a spa day with my mom, so we got pedicures and our toes look all cute, right? And I ended up, we didn't go to get our nails done aside from our feet, but we got like the chrome ones. So quick little sidetracked story time. I wanted a like black chrome look, right? But the man wasn't fluent in like English. So real. So he didn't understand, I don't think, what I was trying to tell him. And I didn't realize he didn't understand until he was like 2 fingers in. What? What the? But TBH, I'm not even mad. He was the sweetest man ever. He was so giggly. Because he was doing my pedicure too, and I'd never had a pedicure before. It was really odd. He was doing like my feet, so I'm very ticklish, and every time he would like scrub or like massage, like I just start giggling, and he'd just giggle with me. I was like, period, we like this. But they came out like I guess I'm more of like a pinky, but I still love them. They're so cute. Want to eat them. Got a new nail set. Don't know how to act. New nails, who this?
Stop it. Get some help.
As I was saying, I just got off the semester, and it was a spring semester, which means we had spring break. And today's video is about how I spent my spring break of 2025. And when you imagine spring break, you imagine the beach or the lake or the rivers or just hanging out with friends, right? I did none of the above. None of the above. You know, I didn't even leave my house. And we about to debrief on why I didn't freaking leave the house. I had never been so depressed in my life. Like, that was like chronic. So, how I spent my spring break was god awful. God awful. Like, I had never experienced such excruciating pain. And that's funny, at least to me, because I am in constant pain. I have chronic nerve pain. And I got scoliosis. So, you
just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
At least when it comes at least when it comes to like the symptoms I have and the things I feel, I can say that it's more like, first it's like burning hot and it hurts, like pain, and then my leg goes numb. It goes into tingles and then it goes numb, and then like my leg is back like working again. Same thing with my arm. I got my wisdom teeth removed. And y'all might be thinking, oh, like, wisdom teeth, okay, whatever. You see, I thought that too. Why? Because I had braces, you know, I didn't get this beautiful smile. I wasn't born with one. I had to get braces, but here's the thing. My mouth is very small and my teeth are very big. I got like horse teeth. Not the cute bunny teeth. I got horse teeth. And so I've had 5 teeth removed before that, right? And here's the thing, TMI, I don't know, trigger warning for like gore and like cuts and like surgeries or whatever. But they had to cut open the roof of my mouth because I had a tooth that couldn't come out. Like it was still in there, like it hadn't even grown out. It was just the tooth in there. And it was just like waiting for its chance to just be free. But it never did. So they had to cut open the roof of my mouth and like whatever. But like it wasn't too bad. I didn't feel much pain. But my wisdom tooth, I got all 4 taken out the same day. All 4. So let me explain how it went in the recovery process. Actually, to this day, it's May 22nd right now. It's been like 2 months now since I got my wisdom teeth removed. There's still holes in my mouth. What the flip, bruh? That's not right. But it was really traumatic, honestly. I was very angry the entire time. And for those who know me, it's like, okay, like what's new? I was like I was the angry to the point where I was crying angry, you know, like I'll get into it. But this is how I spent my spring break. And I have it like written down on my phone because my attention span, well, I don't have one, it feels like. So I'll start like yapping about like one thing. And then I'll be like, what was I talking about? The day of. The day of, like my mom took me, right? She took care of me. My mom took me and I was just hanging about. I wasn't nervous because I've already had surgeries before, you know. I got my tonsils removed, I got my appendix removed, something with my arm, and I don't want to talk about that one, that was kind of embarrassing. But the 5 teeth, you know, so I was already familiar, you know. That wasn't my first rodeo. So I was like, I wasn't too nervous, but I was nervous. Because I've heard stories about like when you go under anesthesia, and like you wake up in the middle of it. Except I didn't feel any pain, but I didn't want to risk that. I don't know, I get in my head. I'm crazy. Y'all don't listen to me. I feel like I'm in a constant state of psychosis. But like, what's new? Anyway, but I was pretty chill, you know, just hanging around. But it was cool. They gave me grippy socks, and they had like little like paw prints, and I thought it was so cute. Anyway, so I changed and I get into my gown, whatever, right? And I'm laying down. I'm about to lay down. I'm about to sit down. And I realized that I forgot to take off my Crocs. So my Crocs were on. And I was trying to fix them. I was like, yo, like my Crocs. The man behind me already had the end of, like the laughing gas in my face. And I was like, wait. I couldn't even fix my Crocs. I couldn't fix my Crocs. And like, he already had it right here. I was like, oh, I'm fucked. And then the lady was like, no, you're okay. Like, we got your shoes. You relax. But I didn't trust them. I never met them before, but like, whatever. So I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, damn, can't even let me lay down yet. Oh, I had an IV. So as soon as I was laying down, so they put the IV, and as soon as I'm laying down, I'm like laying down, and they're talking to me, and it's like I'm not understanding what they're saying. And I got real nervous. And I was like, wait. They're like, no countdown, no, like, what's happening? There's not even a fucking countdown. You know how they'll be like, okay, count from 10 backwards. And I was, no countdown, nothing. I was laying down and they were talking to each other amongst themselves. They were giggling and this and that. And like, they would occasionally be like, how are you feeling? Not even, like, I would assume. I have no concept of time. So like 10 seconds later, like, oh my god, I was just out of it. I knocked out immediately. I was out. And well, obviously, I didn't wake up this time in the middle of the fucking thing. Oops, sorry. In the middle of the darn thing. That Texas accent goes crazy. I I wake up afterwards, right? And this wave of sadness like jumps me. You know, I'm being jumped by like depression. And I woke up so freaking sad. Like I wake up and I look at the lady and then I look at like everyone else because I'm in like now in the recovery room. And I just look at her and like I felt like my, you know when y'all about to cry and like your throat starts to hurt and it like it feels like there's like something like choking you, and then I felt like my bottom lip like start to like, what is it called, like quivering. Yeah, like you can tell when I'm about to cry because I like I already have like a sad face as is. Like it was like all the way, I looked like the fucking emoji. And like I was just so freaking depressed. I sat there for like 3 minutes and they're like, are you okay? And I was like I was like so, I don't know why I was so sad, but I was so freaking sad. I'd never felt sad like that before because I don't feel sad, I feel angry. So like you can, I was like really confused. And then I see my mom and I just start crying. And this, I'm noticing this is a common occurrence when I'm under, like when I'm put under, that I wake up really sad and I'm just crying. I'm like, that's not right, that's not right. But as I like lifted myself up, blood just shot out of my nose. I was like, y'all, I can't do this. I couldn't, I cannot. I was just so depressed. I was so, I don't know why I was so sad. Who hurt me? I don't answer that. But I was sad. And here's the funny part. Before my mom got there, I had like nails on, right? Cause like, love my girl Stella. She my nail tech. I didn't go with her this time. Sorry, queen. I'm not cheating on you, I promise. But she had done my nails at the time. And I'd just woken up, right? So I'm like, I'm sad and I'm very confused. And then they're like, oh my god, who did your nails? This and that. And I was like, and I had like the gauze and everything on my nail tech. They're like, you're what? My nail tech. I just woke up and I have cottons in my fucking mouth. And I kind of like side-eyed her. I was still sad, but I was like, oh, you testing me right now, girl. You are testing me. I think they wanted to talk to me, so I woke the hell up. But I was pissed. So after that, like my mom took me home and I just went like the hell back to sleep. I thought it was gonna be easy. You know, I was like smooth sailing, we already got the teeth out, like we're good. I thought since I had like a significantly, somewhat of an idea of like what I was getting into since I'd already had like my teeth removed prior, I thought like it was gonna be smooth sailing. I'm like, nothing can be as bad as when they cut open my mouth, you know, as one thinks. Had their mouth been cut open. And I was wrong. I was really wrong. Though it was 5 days, I'm 5. Some of y'all won't get that. But if y'all do get that, okay, anyway, those were the worst 5 days of my life. The worst 5 days of my life. I'm not even exaggerating. For the first, yeah, like about the first 5 days, I didn't go to sleep. Like I could nap, but I wouldn't sleep at night. No. Cause it turns out my wisdom teeth were very compressed into like my jaw and stuff. They like had to like dig in there and get them out. And apparently they like nipped the nerves in like my jaw, which I kind of had a suspicion because the first 2 days I tried to eat, every time I bit, it felt like my teeth were gonna fall off. And obviously that's not true, right? But it felt like something loose, like my teeth were loose, like they were hanging out by like a thread, you know? It was odd. It was really odd. But because they nipped my nerves right here, mostly right here, right? I had the most excruciating pains from here to my ear and to my temple. Even my eye was hurting. Like, how does that happen? Like, what do my ears have to, like, come on now. Like, what are you doing? So they gave me meds, right? So they gave me ibuprofen, and then they gave me the codeine, the, like, medicated one. Don't worry, guys. Y'all, like, chill out. I'm not, don't worry, okay? We're good. The codeine didn't even work. It made me tired, but I was still in chronic pain. I was like, how is this possible? This is a narcotic, and I'm still in pain? You'd better just be kidding. But they were not. So I was living off of ibuprofen for the last 5 days. And the nights were excruciating, right? And it was getting to the point, I had to take the ibuprofen every 6 hours, right? But it would hit like the 3-hour mark, and I was still in so much, like, and then I would start to feel the pain again. And it was just downhill from there. So we called the doctor and we're like, hey, I am 5 seconds away. I can't say that. Never mind. How do I help my pain? And they're like, oh, well, you can do, like, you take the ibuprofen. 3 hours later, you take, I forgot the pain med. I think it was Tylenol. I don't know. And then you can take this 3 hours later. And then 3 hours later after that, you'll take the codeine. Mind you, they had me on antibiotics, on anti-inflammatories. It got to the point where I was crying myself to sleep because of how bad it hurt, and it was pulsating, and I knew it wasn't me that was imagining it, because when I would touch my chin, like right here, my face would be cold and this would just be burning hot, and I was like, my face, like, something's happening, and it, like, I don't know what to do about it. Like, it was just excruciating pain. I felt bad for my mom. I was being really, not Nessia, but, like, I was being annoying. I guess Nessia, right? I don't know, I just felt really bad. Like, she really put up with me. Even though I was in a lot of pain, I was still eating a lot. I was always hungry. So they're making me do, like, the salt and water, like, washes, right? Brush my teeth, salt and water, you know, like, the whole shebang. On the 6th day, I went downtown with a group of friends of mine. I think we were celebrating someone's birthday. I don't remember, but we were downtown and we were roaming around. Then we went to go to the McDonald's that's downtown. And then I ate nuggets, and then I had to wash my mouth, right? Go home. Well, the next night, I'm tasting this god-awful taste. And it smelled. I have, like, a sensitive stomach. And, like, if I see something, smell something, taste something I don't like, that, like, looks absolutely disgusting, I will throw up. I can't live like this. So my mom made an appointment, like a checkup appointment with the surgeon. And then, like, we go, right? And then, like, the assistant comes in and he was like, we just started, like, I started telling him everything that was happening. And that's when he told me that because of where my wisdom teeth were, that they nipped my nerves and this and that. And then the actual surgeon came in and he was like, oh, you're fine. Didn't even check my mouth. He goes, oh, you're fine. And I was like, there's this god-awful smell and taste radiating from the 4 holes in my fucking mouth. I'm so sorry. In my flippin' mouth. And you're gonna tell me I'm fine? He was like, well, if you want, like, we'll give you some syringes. You'll just mix warm salt water, and then you'll, like, syringe it out. And I was like, so here's the thing. Before I went into surgery, I asked them, and I was like, hey, can I have the syringe? Like everyone's telling me to ask for it because, like, it needs to be cleaned out. They're like, oh, we don't believe in that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, like, I'll listen to whatever my surgeon says, you know, because my surgeon is supposed to be taking care of me. So we go home, and I syringe everything out. It was disgusting, by the way, TMI. My poor mom, she was right there next to me. She was holding up the light for me so I can see what's inside of my mouth. It was awful. Like, it was like, I was mortified. But after literally, like, 20, not even, like 5 minutes after, 5 to 15 minutes, because I took a while trying to syringe everything out because of the 4 ones, taste and the smell went away. I was like, so easy it would have been to take it out, all of it. Had you given me the syringe from the beginning, I wouldn't be here bothering you. And you claim to say that there is nothing in there. There's rotten food in there. And you're telling me everything was okay? The surgeon made me feel like schizophrenic. Like I had been imagining, what? That I'd been imagining like everything. He's like, no, you're fine. Mind you, during the spring break, my professors, you know, because professors are just so much fun and they're just the best, the absolute fucking best. They kept assigning work. And here's the thing. I might as well have been bedbound because I didn't move. I fell behind in a lot of work. And I had to tell my professors, I was like, y'all, please, like, bear with me. Like, I went back to school and the holes were still there. I was taking ibuprofen before I'd go to class. Well, it's over now. The holes are still there. They're in the process of closing. Like, they're pretty much almost closed. But I had never experienced something so horrific in my life. Yeah, so that, you guys, is how I spent my spring break. Like, I thought I was gonna have like a hot girl spring break where I'm with my friends and we're on the beach and like we're like, let's go to the beach, let's go get away, you know, type thing. No, I was bed rotting in excruciating pain with probably severe liver damage from how much ibuprofen I was taking. Malnourished because I couldn't eat I couldn't eat much. I was hungry all the time, but yet I couldn't eat much. But note to y'all, just because I had a really bad experience doesn't mean that y'all will. I promise. Well, I can't promise, but like, you know, like every experience is different. You know, I had people saying like, oh, it was so easy, like, it's like, don't even trip, like, you're gonna be fine. And then I had other people like, oh my god, I wanted to rip my hair out, like, I just wanted like to give up, like I did, you know. And I was like, I think I'll be fine. I was wrong, but you know, that's not the case for everyone. But yeah, so that is how I spent my freaking spring break of 2025. So much fun. I know. Absolutely joyous. But it's okay, it's summertime now and I'm gonna be out and about and we're gonna be outside, y'all. So I know that I used to post like every Friday, but instead I'll be posting every Sunday only because that gives me enough time to vlog something during the 5 days of the week, and then maybe Friday or Saturday I'll edit. You know what I mean? It just works better for me. And yeah, so I'll be posting every Sunday. Or if I won't post a specific like Sunday, I'll let y'all know on my Instagram, which is Vibing with Kai. Anyway, guys, I really hope y'all enjoyed my traumatizing story time. And I will be back next Sunday. Bye! What was I talking about? I'm very ticklish. Back on my BS again with not being able to talk, I guess. I got a new nail set. What? Let's retake that. Let's wind it back. But like oh my knee, sweet Jesus. My heebies have been jeebied. What the hell was I talking about?